Alright. Anyways, where is it? There it is. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's your boy Golmong back at it again. Uh, in which case, it has been a very interesting day. I found $10 at work today. Yippee! You know what that means? Gotta go spend it on gambling. Anyways, uh, yeah, no. Yesterday we did Mega Bonk. We did a whole bunch of runs. I died a lot. Yeah, that happens. In which case, we also unlocked a bunch of characters there. However, however, today we're playing more FF14. We're actually going to be progressing the Dawn Trail main story or main scenario quest. I thought it was story quest for the longest time. I'm like, the hell is the MSQ? Yeah, it turns out I can't read, speak, nor understand acronyms. So, yeah, turns out I'm just a special dude. Anyways, no, not that button. That button. Thank you, game. Anyways, I know we weren't here last time. Also, I got my Pictomancer up to level 100. So that exists now. However, we're probably going to be doing Black Mage to do our MSQ map. Zaktoral and the outskirts. However, I need to be doing fates and getting my artifact weapons, because some of them just look absolutely cool. Not to mention, because of the whole dual and tricolor stuff, it's actually really, really amazing. Coleman, thanks for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is even considering the current state of affairs, and I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts. I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak to them and see what they think? Though I hope to be proven wrong. I sometimes fear it's not right here. Yeah, what about toilet keeps clogging every like 5 minutes? just just like this neo-regular equipped resident. You're not wearing a regular. Do you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose me. I got myself one of those neo regulars and registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Brother, you have to absorb a soul and then die and then come back. It's it's not the best life. Trembling resident. Oh, please tell me you brought more Neo regulars. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors that there are a few left over. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen's Fiend. I mean, I'll look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought, and now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be another way to hold on. There has to. Okay, well, these people are clearly afraid of the big bad doors. Darkness that happen. Apone. Greetings, Aaron. When you visited with Queen's Fiend, come to check on her well-being, have you? Well, I can say things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulars has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Now we go talk with Speen. Also, we do have some stuff to do in between, which includes but not limited to some leveling. Because you know we can't just we can't just do one thing while we're doing this. You know what I mean? Ah, and there it is. I was like waiting for the insta queue. There's a reason why we're specifically eating that food. It's because piety and critical hit are the two things that you really need. Guys, I don't feel safe. They'll be fine. At least I can give the buff over to my tank. Oh, and their mentor. We should be fine. Well, I got that in before, It's only 6% buff, but let me tell you something, 6% is pretty decent. I wish I had Earthly Star though. At 2,500. Ooh. That's not even a third. That's bad. We're gonna double, so we don't have to worry. And we'll save our stuff until the next fight. I thought that one dropped the crank. Oh wait, no, it's the one up here that drops the crank. Also, I decided to do a quick look at all the Resident Evil prices right now because they're doing their Black Friday sale. And let's just say, I'm actually surprised that the remakes are cheaper than the OGs. Fine. Ah, yes. Let's see if luck is on our side and we get stunned like 5 times. Uh-oh. Oh, he hit through? Wow. I didn't realize he had piercing. That's kind of nuts. They didn't even realize they were almost dead. Oh, stop moving away. Thank you. I don't know why, but my brain was just like, it was just like, sees him fly into the sky and just hears Sonic go, yes! I'll save it. We can save it for next poll. I wasn't even talking about these, I was talking about that. Is it 6%? It is 6%. Okay. They even do a full pull. No clue why. Also, why are they not, I'm confused as to why my tank isn't using, like, cooldowns. Like, you're supposed to use cooldowns to supplement damage, no matter what. I'm like, I'm having to use all my stuff on him just to keep him alive. Because the thing is, I know what's in this section because I've tanked it too many times. And I'm just like, what is with our... Not to mention the Paladin gets a free, I think it's like a 30% MIT every 10... Or 5 combos? 4 combos? 4 combos? Which in my opinion is pretty nutty. It's even better than Warrior. Like Warrior, yeah, you get every 25 seconds and you basically go infinite on HP. But even that has its limitations. Okay, so I see Sheltron going up. It's really hard for me to see, like, what is going up. Because I cannot see anything else after I, like, put on my stuff. Why am I still main target? Hello? How am I still main target? Game. Game. Dana. Dana. I just hope they just attack the boss. No, don't attack him. Well, also stop bringing him near him. Come on, you saw that he was near him and it gave him a buff. No, don't bring him near him, brother. Brother, just don't bring him near him. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta keep him away. This is going poorly. Alan, we are so... we're so far. I was about to say, what are the chances that my tank's items are just completely broken and they just don't realize it? Now you may be like, he doesn't have any right to talk to the tank like this. Well, actually, I tank mostly. You know, some healing here and there, but mostly tank. Buddy, please. I mean, we're fine right here because we're not outside. Now that I think about it, 750. What the? I straight up targeted them. It didn't take it? Damn. Don't give me the items. I don't want the items. I'm just here for the XP. Sorry, I have skipped cutscenes that I've already seen on. Trust me, he's gonna need it. I think it is this one. Yep, thank you. Oh, wait, no! Just keep damaging it. Just keep damaging it. Just keep damaging it. Just keep damaging it. Cool. Machinist. Cool. Fire. Brother, I was hard stressing. Combust 2 to combust 3. I'm a bust. Alright, Malefic 3 to Malefic 4. Okay. I'm maleficing and busting more. Got it. I'm at level 72 now, damn. So what do you think? Was I right to worry? Tensions are running high. Yes, that is exactly it. People are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. And with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Sniff. Goldmon, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Latimi and Alphano. Oh no. Sorry. I'm checking other things. Damn.
What's happened?
That's a big bitch.
Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn.
Damn, that's crazy.
Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or or fail. Be you stoic
Give the people
or
what they
generous
want.
or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
Damn.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Calyx.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set
I was
a
like,
new
oh, the PvP
course for
armor.
mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity.
I feel like this is that one pro ZD like skit where he's like, oh they fuck. I'm
Hope
just
for
like,
it,
yup.
wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With
Nah, dude.
evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Kick the baby.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Wuklamat. You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
Only if you get rid of those brain implants.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
That's the voice they chose for him? Jeez.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
Yeah, tell him. Tell him Lamati.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do?
Wait.
I am not their queen.
Oh, wait to cross. At the traffic light. I forgot I need to change the summon to 100. Bite. Let's do it. Calyx has accessed the core system, which means if you choose to do so, you can deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, it will not be beyond his reach. Ooh. Yet if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklamat, please let them take shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome anyone who want to come. We've already begun evacuations. We'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrive. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense and we must prepare for possible violence. Violence. Burn. Alphino at the heart of it. Burn. If you haven't determined where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. Can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Preservation preservation their purpose. Woklama assesses her surroundings with grim determination. Tuliala will gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what if the nation the late queen was so desperately to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Wuklamat. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. Damn, I can't talk. There's so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sveen. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. And that's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. And don't forget about me. Sorry, bud. You're not the only one here. How could we? We'd be where we are now. We'd not be where we are now without you. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. Ululja. Yes. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, Goldmung. We found a chink in Calyx's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 10-29, it's called, and it's been fossily registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may contain clues that will point us in the right direction. Another mini game with the scope? I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you for all your hard work. This is a huge step forward. And up. We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I just love how Galul Jaws just like, yeah, and up. Why, we get to take the big elevator. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. The big elevator reminds me of Tom Cardy's song where he's like talking about the Lord of the Rings, and it's literally just like, it's like talking about J.R.R. Tolkien's like thought process, and it's like, and then what do? They walk, and it's literally just like the hardest beat you ever heard just to talk about walking. Ready to head up. Next stop, the 10th level. Damn, it's pretty empty in here.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Terminal.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
God damn, bro. Get air out of your room.
Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
Damn, what do they do?
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City.
Yes, it did.
As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
Okay, smart, smart.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author.
Oh, okay. Is it Ansem the Wise?
We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
Damn, bro.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Oh. I was wondering what Goldmom was sending me. She sent me a photo of things I need to buy. Your treasure shale.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We
Really?
need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
Oh.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
Pretty sure we
It's
don't
highly
touch that.
likely, and personally, I hope he does.
I personally hope he doesn't. I don't need this man on me. You all know the main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. As far as where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the researcher's comms, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office to the northeast of here. This room is, excuse me? Push your car across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We need a security key with appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it should be a card of some kind. Can't you know, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. In case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. It shouldn't be a surprise. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get searching, shall we? I swear, it's going to be like under a seat or something. I expect we'll have the most likely where the researchers kept their personal belongings. You begin searching Containment Complex 10-29. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. I'm going to assume it's the desk organizer. The small shell unit holds some office supplies and a little else of note. Damn. Half open desk drawer. Here's the only desk with drawers already open. You can tell at a glance former left some things behind. Rifle through the half open desk drawers. You discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with a bold level 1. Oh, what could that be for? Try it on the door to see if it opens. A scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold is similar to the size of the scanner panel. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. Right. Security protocol. Nope. Yeah, it's open. You did it, Komung. And a good thing, too, I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious, though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me. Perhaps there were some more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onward. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. Because I don't trust things. We'll probably go Gunbreaker. There are certain things I do and do not trust. This is one of them. Probably won't work. Hold the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good? Maybe we need a different card. Yes, the scanner is demanding level 3. As much as the delay chafes me, we need to come through nearby rooms. How we stumble across the card that we meet. Let's start our search in the proto lab. That door is already open, at least. We'll find a way through together, Shale. I'm sure of it. Please tell me they at least make them different colors. Check out the data tablet. Appears to be a research personal data tablet. Today I began my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but the recruitment letter arrived. I had a gut feeling that this would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. Instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and bone existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of aether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen's Fiend insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Miliala colleagues, including the Prolab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? Hold on. From tomorrow, I've been assigned to assist with research project the Dothero lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, details which I've been kept ignorant. If it seemed prudent to back up my memory data. You've reached the end. There's only 18 journals in there, bro. I'm concerned. The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Find a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Google draw a mission to lock it over the corner that you couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. I dug through this data tab and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 showed a marked improvement in aether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master, so 158. The Endless, as per ascendancy protocols, I will preserve the historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number. The locker combination shut tight, but the number passed in that inputting the correct combination will open it. You have yet to uncover any potential What? Enter combination. Select the numbers on the keypad and enter up to 5 digits. Press 1, 5, 8. Could this be the right combination? No. Yep, step away from the numpad. Seems to be a soul cell. I'm reminded by my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device was made to hold people. Please use my patience as meant to track down Calyx close. I'm itching to get my hands on them. Don't seem to be about research they did here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting interference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 15. Maximum value of 11509. 11509. Okay. Okay, let's do 11509. Ah, ha 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 ha. 5 digits. The locker pops open inside you discover a level 2 security card. Come on, you open the locker door. Yeah. You find another security card. Oh, but does that say level 2? We need a level 3, didn't we? Yes, but we should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well. Yay. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cars, I guess you can imagine they'd be more, what's the word, bloodless, mechanical. My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. Seems the researchers who agree with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the convert into endless entities. But I assume those who could not or would not eventually left the organization together. Oh, I almost forgot the researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something happened in the complex afterwards. It was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you could read more in the other tablets there. Okay, let's keep moving this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Detro Lab and maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. So it's back to the hub and the locked door across the way, which you will hopefully yield more before a new security guard. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. Oh, that's actually super helpful. Instead of it being in our inventory, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we'll just give you the new one. I say super nice. Alliance raid. Sam. Scanning device, level 2. Guess to open it should go the Detro Lab or facilities. Let's start with the lab. Chill, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner in case emergency backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Detro Lab, shall we? Alright, let's booga. But first, hand me that Monte cookie. Simon says... So much talking. Engaging power supply, no good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference that the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, and we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? And by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall directly to the Detro lab. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be a circuit need to reconfigure? I believe you're right about it. Using the control button to set each of the tiles we could our unbroken path for the power to follow. What I would give for an instruction manual. Indeed, if you look around for any written procedure, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Dude, this kid's like, hey, yo, what? I know how to run it. Would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Goldbung? The rest of us can help by supplying Goldbung with whatever information might be found in the circuitry configuration. Okay, so square definitely has to be up top. Or just need some fancy setting. As long as running a circuit's fixed, we should be able to power supply and go. I'm able to glimpse part of the warning sign from what I said. Caution, circuit will not function with duplicate patterns. So one of each. Yeah, that's fine. I already did one of each. I don't know what it wants from me. Anyways, it's either 50 or 60. Let's go! I actually wanted 60, I didn't want 50. I will retry. Yes. Oh, okay, that's fine. Took it. Got it. wait, no. Oh! Where's my mouse? Oh, guys, where's my mouse? Well, I in fact did not. Go and we do a little bit of this, and we do a little bit of that, and we do a little bit of this, and we dodge a little of that, and we go a little here and do this little thing. I'm just gonna slowly raise our tanky gauge if we can. Oh, the tank ran the wrong way. I probably used from Gander X. Oh no, somebody stood near us. Okay. Someone misclicked the battle timer. They're like, "Hey guys, sorry about that." Yes, doing the stereotypical combo. Cool. Now it's time for one of the more interesting fights. Yes, the director of the ITB TC, yes. Oh god, I forgot. Big damage. Alright, we see the shades. Shade spin. Be right here. Ow. Ow! That one hurt. Should be okay. I did too early. Oh, okay. Ooh. That was actually really close. Dang, that's a hole. Wait, is that a hole? No, it's a mirror. You get too close and she disappears. Lamau. Watering the corpse. What was the point of a check? Have it. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, I felt like that was the one where he, like, did the follow-up. Use meditate now because we have time. I'm like, we could definitely use all the buffs we could get. Alright, just don't forget, we get hit, a big hit, it's gonna be bad. Actually, we have time. I think I hit that right. Yeah, I hit that right. Oh, that hit. And it hurt. I don't trust it. No, it's invincible. I saw that Astro. He was like, you know what? Yeah, he gave me the balance so many times. I was ready. Take a look at this diagram. There's a note in the bottom left about backup power configured the port circuit panels to provide an uninterrupted path. These symbols must represent the room we're in. The top left is Shale's terminal, and the bottom right should be the generator. Okay, so I saw this should be square for some odd reason. This should be circle. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's power to the generator. Okay, so yeah, that's square. That's circle. I think that one's supposed, yeah, that one's supposed to be triangle, and then this one is supposed to be diamond. Yeah, there it is. It worked. We did it. Nods. The Jetro Lab should be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may show, could we access a certain dialogue before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation in the early days is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it aloud. Preservation Alexandrian Institute for the Technological Development was founded by Calyx at an 11-year-old prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came after Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, where Calyx's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled preservation's resources toward the perfection of memory storage. Research in this field continued after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. Well done. Gotta drink more water. So this accounts from before he embraced his endless existence hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calyx couldn't been more than 10 years old and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. It was then when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth's proposal for preservation. Talk. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents over around us. I was by my son's succession to the throne. I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and less urgent matters. So you have no way of knowing what kind of person Calyx was changing into? Did he change, I wonder? Perhaps has he always been the type to value ideals over compassion? I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps that he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we can allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? I've done my job correctly. The door to the Detro Lab should be accessible now. I'll give everyone a once-over just to be sure. And we'll do Sorry. We'll take the gold. She'll examine the card scanner. Alright, I'll get this door open. Phew, smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. Gods above, isn't that? Yo! The Mother Chalice. Whatever it was called. The key to interdimensional fusion? Looks to be a schematic on the monitor. And they've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Golmung has? We may have been laboring under a misconception. He was originally a Milialia relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see all the vessel's components were constructed here, so what might that tell us? It's just the device they made to control it. That would be the logical conclusion. Yes, it is as my parents explained. Oh, God. The key remained shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electro, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because the vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, we'll have to enlist Stola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there's a security guard here that grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in the lab appears to be highly confidential in some nature. Some of the personnel may have belonged to the organization's upper echelons. That means higher security clearance. You should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a 3 is no good to us. I believe it would be in this cabinet drawer. You found a security card in the cabinet drawer. Oh, did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure. Aha! I'm smart. Oh, if it isn't exactly what we needed. Nice work. Oh, level 3. That should get us into the director's office. So, what was it you were hoping to find here again, Shale? You were saying a certain device was going to help us? Right, I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. Like this. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex and performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network, when I traced the data routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor activities to monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all this surveillance traffic, then you pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I may be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Golmung's strength. What could he possibly dream of that's stronger than her? Speaking of cameras, there's another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data though, if you'd like to see it. I'll start the show then. It's me.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Oh, hey, it's like they finally realized that maybe what they're doing is wrong.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject.
Yo.
But I cannot. He and I are too different. In too many ways, I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to... Surely you...
Oh my god. He brought out the blicky.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
She only wanted to leave and he executed her. Checked the images against the personnel database, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calix. Cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised given how many parents described their defection from the Institute. He spoke of rushing me through a portal even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. He didn't ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers. No, they did not regret their actions. Right, the Echo, knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Oh, Kryl. Were it not Sphene, thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Carry on my wayward soul. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. What we do know is your mother and father clearly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office. The kid knows what's up. He do be loaded with the sauce. Scan device with security card level 3. You hold the level 3 security card up to the scanner. There we go. Now to find that data relay. And don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Come on, come with me. I might need that security card. Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside network, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Sorry, Goldman, could I ask you and the others search the office for any clues in this infuriating puzzle? What if, and I mean, what if you pull the book? You find a crumpled note wedged between the file binders. Secure room lift access requires passwords open simultaneously at terminals at the Protolab, Deuterolab, and Director's office. Perhaps the discovery will be interest to Shale. Questionless soul cells may once belong to the Director. They appear to be empty. Amongst the personal effects you find was presumably the Director's data tablet. A closed locker stands next to the table. Examine the data tablet. Pick up the data tab and begin skimming through the contents. Daily reports. Nothing to note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. Key triggered an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue to stabilize course energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in explosion. Memory faculties of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for Aether reclamation process. Nothing to note. Rejected. Resignation of 2 Milias researchers. Major incident. Details of full report. 2 Mialia broke with preservation is scanned with the key. Therefore, the fugitives have been caught and eliminated. We were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct its experiments. To prepare the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. Complexes to be shut down. Personnel have their bodies reduced to Aether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretion. If he does not seem most fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. Shutdown protocols. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocol has been complete, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. Hold on. As long as the key remains the physical world, it means to keep this complex and pristine condition, whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise. It must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, critical equipment for secure room access will be sourced separately to defend against unauthorized entry. Beverage station. What's in that beverage station? Having lain dormant for years now, active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning style that appears to be no other purpose besides beyond brewing coffee, though. It remains to be seen what it will be able to do once more. Open the locker. I did not, in fact, open the locker. Door to the locker swings open easily. Oh my god. It contains nothing of note. You quietly shut the locker. Have you found something? Thank you. Misplaced note, was it? There's instructions for accessing a secure room, no less, since we need to enter pass around 3 different terminals at the same time. There's no such room marked on the map, was there? No, a precautionary measure, no doubt, and if passwords are involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Concealed by electrope, you mean? Could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past it. Or what Kakao said, he used to say, Shale, never trust an electrope surface. You can pass right through electrope. Surely has never had property this time. Goldwing is having a little fun, I think. What we mean is the electrope can project a false appearance. I'll walk through it, I'll do it. In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Ah, another door. I've managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Did that note lay out the password protocol? Let's see if we go ahead and try it. Your two people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the proto lab. I'll take the Dutra lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sveen. Your knowledge of Alexandrians people could be needed here. You're right. If passwords are hiding behind clues, there might be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria after all. I'll take Dutra lab duty then. We can keep in touch by communicator to match our timing. Guomong, you shall have the honor of entering the office password. Once we've determined what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Wukulama and Cryle through the process. You know, there was that display plate over there, the one with the gems. I thought since it was made of electrope, it might have some purpose, but I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make do anything. Maybe you can figure it out? Yeah, there's something missing. Two jewels are embedded in the electrope. You can divide as sapphire and garnet. All appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fill. I think I might know what it is. You're not yet discovered enough to just try explaining to me or confirming with the comrades until you get more information. I keep searching drawers for books and find a few puzzle made of electrope. It's probably just a toy, but maybe. Solve the puzzle. You got it. He's like, I smashed it. Let's see. If I move this bit, then connect this circuit to that one there. Huh? There's something inside. Pretty greenstone. I think it might be Alexandria. They say these gems are treasure in the past. They named the kingdom after them. Here, you shall onto one just in case. Then we go here. Two jewels embedded in the electric. You divide it. Place Alexandria into empty slot? Sure. Yeah, I was expecting it. Gemstones fit snugly in place almost immediately afterward. The glowing lines of the diagram appear on the display, accompanied by a short phrase. Or plan of this complex. As you continue to study, you realize these shapes correspond to the ruins of the complex, which you now stand there may be related to the passwords you're looking for. Scrawled phrase. The glowing words appear to be handwritten. Yes, I knew the jewel would come in handy. Let me see. Heed the stones. This must be about the special meanings Alexandrians have for gems. It's not a belief. I think where each type of gem means something different. I bet if you ask Fiend, she could tell you more. Okay, so we'll talk to Sphene real quick and then we'll go from there. Yes, questions. Symbolism of Alexandrite. Well, I thought that Alexandrite represents the concept of protection is incidentally also the origin of Alexandria's name, or you think about something to do with the password. A sapphire and garnet as well, they say, yes, they all have meanings. Alexandria said to have protection. Sapphire represents honesty and garnet symbolizes devotion. You try these words at the terminal to see if they are accepted. Hopefully they're right. You've gathered enough information to enter the passwords. The Protolab. Protolab is south? No, north. North, which is sapphire. Honesty. Devotion. Protection. Alright, we have all 3 passes ready, now entering the system at the same time. Accepted, accepted, and yay! Let's go. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. That secure room is the only place we've yet to search the data relays. Anywhere has to be there. We'll venture in as soon as Wiklama and Krau rejoin us. Alright everyone, time to board the lift and see where it awaits us. It's Bawooga. That's crazy. Just a computer.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is, but whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
I don't know, there's an entire power cable set going to that chest over there.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only 2 methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in living memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
In the data stream.
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data,
In a world formed of data.
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Spheen's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Definitely true.
Let us say that
Have
the
his own
Meso
private
terminal
server.
does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
That is apparently
Except
not
I
the
tried
case.
to close it once already when I visited living memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
So he knew we were here.
Time's up.
and what a waste of time it's been. Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
Better be something gargantuan.
Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. Storage device which holds my memories is... Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every...
Okay.
And if we refuse the...
I will wait, and continue to convert Alexandrians into endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
We pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part.
Hey.
As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories have become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless...
Oh, Simon's during the last fight.
I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
Yeah, for the kids. Depressed generic emo number 2.
Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
Yep.
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
Let's go beat the schnoz out of this Data child.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say...
We're still gonna beat the schnoz out of this kid. Ah, you punched me right in the schnoz. I'll do it again. Phew, well that was an adventure. I may not have been by the method Shale was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next. Indeed, while I remain curious about preservation's research into the key, that is investigation for another day. Let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move. Yes, to the back rooms. Oh, damn, it just brought us here. Cool. Damn, that bastard Calyx, he's waiting until this close before snatching away my moment of triumph. And that inferior and condescending way he spoke to us, we'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. Anyway, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation that knowledge could come in handy in the days to come, though I may not see to contribute much to a direct confrontation. I mean to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can. Oh, we are not beating the schnoz out of us. Shveen is resolved to take part in the coming battle. We've briefed Aaronville on everything that has happened and sent word to the others. We are now but to consider what our next actions will be. Calyx has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. Though it feels much like striding face first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we're able to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal, that is where we must go. While I'm still upset being deprived of any of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm that the relay we found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia and for the other Speen I may have become, but most importantly for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow. It has always been your fight as much as ours, if not more. Thank you for understanding what this means to me. I'll be coming with you as well. You know my reasons. Damn, what the hell? Dude, Aaronville's got the fit. Casually. It hardly needs saying, but your fellow Scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle. So adamant we're allies and the others on this point that they have already left for living memory. I am more than ready to do the same. I'll keep patrolling the streets for signs of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be standing by here in the back room. I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends. Oh, Glomon, Kryl and I think we should talk to Gossam before we leave for living memory. Under Calyx's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down would be a serious consequence, and we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all those who desire to become endless. Exactly, we don't know if Gossam will approve or oppose our chosen course, but either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do. Come, we should be on our way. Revolution first, yes? Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over. Chad's like, hey man, when you blow up blow up that meatloaf, you let me know. See to Solution 9. Speak with Gossam at Praxis Park. I have no idea where that's at. Okay, it's at the very top. The Yan. Look at it, it's a Yan. Okay, it's gone. Ooh. Gossam. What's up?
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
Take it off.
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating Endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course.
Damn.
It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We're friends, and light, and beer.
We stop begging others to teach us for a start. For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own.
Yeah.
How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss.
Yeah.
We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them.
Yeah.
The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
Yeah.
What are you all doing here?
Yeah.
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis.
Oh, okay.
You don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help.
Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
Definitely.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by...
Generic cheer number 2.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossan, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
Yeah. Crush it.
Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, It falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more.
Pressure.
Is that not so?
Indeed it is.
She responded as the Majesty.
No, that wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Yeah.
Calm down, Sphene.
Lamity, you used her name.
I like how it turned into a whodunit moment.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are, that must have been hard on you. When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
You're gonna make her cry again. I think she's ready to fight with us.
I promise to return.
Maybe just a little bit.
And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
Sorry, I'm cracking my wrist. Everyone's so warm and welcome. Alexandrians are, as ever, a stalwart people. How glad I am to be home. Thank you, Gotham. That decision must have been difficult to make. If only I could claim the courage to do so from within. The final push came from Alexandria's citizens and their bravery in taking the first step towards change. Speaking of which, can I ask you to lock that neo-regulator away where no one can get to it? That should prevent the registrations from reaching the target number. I should be so glad to do so, but I fear it will be no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of neo-regulars in circulation exceeds the state of 5,000. I surmise the surplus units are to account for those like myself who had a change of heart or otherwise hesitant to recover or register. Does sound something like Calyx would do. Well, we'll have to face him either way, so no point delaying the inevitable. On to living memory. Onward! Alright, let's booga. Wait, no, that's... Why is Aaronville over at the arena?
Things seem much the same.
What's that? O-O in the bottom left-hand corner. Welcome back. I use that as a, like, chat protector, so that way you can't see chat. Because you never know what's going to pop up here. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, I got to have something to protect it. So it's just a Baymax plushie that I took a photo of well over a year ago. And I was just like, it's such a good reaction image that I was just like, you know what, I'll keep it.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Go get him, Drip Lord. Kafka. R.A.P. Mom. Ah! Unlost World. They node Memento. Or Manemo? Manamo. Bananarama. I need to grab that. Alright, you Stola. 'Tis good to see our comrades hail and girded for battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There will be no changes of note aside from the Meso Terminal itself. What happened to the Meso Terminal? Though all receded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior, there was no such ingress with last time we were here, so we must assume that Calyx has since manipulated the terminal's electrope, all to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I'm eager to accept for the sake of all who love Alexandria. I will not yield nor leave them to despair. We will take a determination. A terminal invitation. I believe everyone determined to be here is present and accounted for. Shall we make our way to the terminal? We shouldn't wish to keep our insistent host waiting. Brachiosaur, let's go. The thing is, this used to look a lot prettier. I wish there was a way to, like, revert it. But, you know. I gotta get off my dinosaur. Lamati, what's going on? Well, here we are again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate. It's like we've been here once before. Exactly once before. Okay. For 4 centuries I slept here. Upon waking, I found the world as I knew it had changed. I was so frightened at first I couldn't recognize a single thing and thought everything I loved had gone to dust. Changed my profile pic to the chicken. Yeah, I know. I see that. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface has remained the same. Stop staring at me like that. For that, I give thanks to Otis and Zelenia and their royal knights who laid down their lives on the line to defend our way of life. I thank every Alexandrian who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. I thank my other self who so loved this kingdom of ours. And I thank you all for kindling this hope in my heart, this courage to take up arms and fight once more. So let's make our stand together and fight for what we hold dear. Wait, we're holding a deer? Is it displaying my name for you, or is it displaying the @ instead? It's displaying the @. Which I'm pretty sure is just your name. Hold on. Yes. Yeah, it's just displaying your @. It says rotisserie chicken on your profile, but it's displaying that. Free from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, devourer of worlds. A what? He's gonna devour worlds. Jeez. No, we stand together, we stand together, we fight. It still says friends to the end, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have my gratitude, and surely Otis and Zelenia will join us in spirit. Let us head aside and finish this. In the upper reaches of this terminal waits the device which holds Calyx's memories. It falls to us to make the climb and destroy it once and for all. I must bring matters to definitive, and we will not suffer to cause Alexandria further harm nor claim the key. I guess YouTube don't like rotisserie chicken. I think I might have changed something in the chat settings. I don't know for certain. No, it just shows the ats now. Okay, well, good to know. Apparently, Calyx thinks he's taking your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. I wholeheartedly concur. yet would still counsel caution that he would be so bold as to extend us an invitation bespeaks tremendous confidence in his preparations. Agreed, Alphino. I think casual invite to the commander pod is not a good thing. Come, friends, we set forth into the midst of dreaming endless. The Meso Terminal now available. What is the Meso Terminal? Is it a dungeon? It's a dungeon. What's the average? 720? Okay, I can go in with anything technically. Okay. Well, everything except for Viper. Oh, I can't even go in as my tanks. Ew. What's my scholar at 730? Sage is at 732. Okay, we'll just go 730 then. Clear selection, Meso Terminal. I should be okay with Sage. I'm pretty good. Pretty good doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Meso Terminal. Okay. Don't worry, there's probably a trial fight after this. It's all women.
You've come. I'll begin by wearing you down.
Numa, we're gonna do this. Sorry, I forgot.
Created new endless from not all the warriors, but they will follow orders. Kill and survive and so forth. Here, I shall prepare the stage for battle.
Hold on, do that, do this, do this. Oh! Ay, ay, ay. I was not expecting that. Alright, well. Good to know. The peeps here do not give a sh.
The memories of a physician. One who saves lives should be reluctant to die.
Wait, wait. Oh, that went a lot further than I was expecting. Alchemical front. What does he do behind? Is it a follow-up? Get this correct. No. Don't worry, we're all cool. Okay, just gotta remember it's right there. Oh, those are going off first. Yep. Should be like right here. I don't think it's right there. I think it's like right here. Oh, it's both. Okay, cool.
Oh, you've overburdened the system. No matter. It served its purpose.
735. Damn, that's pretty good, but I have better gear to a degree. We'll be fine.
Next, we visit a prison of sinister repute. I need not compel them to fight.
Uh-oh.
These are loyal executioners. They shall deal appropriately with criminals. Your sentence is death. How long can you defend? Criminals may run, but they cannot
I was stuck. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this.
Good. I bid you continue on.
That was pretty bad. I was not expecting a 1v1 versus a boss level enemy. Oh, I would say half boss level enemy.
Memories from an age rife with death. The desperation will serve well. The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers, protect your kingdom.
Oh, don't tell me there's like a dragon on the bridge.
Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one. Recall the anguish you felt when you faced death, and rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
Oh god, what is that thing? Amorphous blob. Is this the final boss from Elden Ring?
Rise and meet the foe before you.
I mean, it definitely looks like the Plesiosaurus from Elden Ring. Wow.
amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares. It is the mist of the storm surge.
Oh.
Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict. The war swells in scope and intensity. Bombs rain down without pause or mercy. The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash. Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
Oh, that was close. We're good. I didn't realize I'd be too far over. That is my fault. That is the Mexo terminal. I think, I should have enough time for running. I do not need the boots.
Sphene?
The Endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
Oof. This man literally went like down in front, and it's just trauma damage.
Was the one containing Calix's memories. Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calix, how long have you pursued this?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Don't tell me there's multiple quests in between this and the trial. Please, I just want to punch the data kid in the face. Or has Fiend do it. Or have Wook Lamont do it. Do it. Punch him.
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless Creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self, and should not be diluted. We each have our goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Are we just gonna be able to go straight into the trial? Please. Please. Please, game.
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask, why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is what other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat?
This kind of reminds me of Pantheon.
I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Oh, she said it.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
A summoning.
Oh, he's actually summoning.
What now? What was that? A chill? No, something else.
The blob.
I feel so cold. So weak.
Is this mental damage?
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. The fear of death. Terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
Dang. This is one way to show a boss fight.
I got it! I got one!
Got one what?
99! That's how many people he said they were up to!
Oh.
I made it just in time. Now to register.
I like how before he was like, nah man, we can't do it, and then he's like,
free of all that crushing fear forever.
turns out he just gets turned into ether soup.
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo-Regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
I'll give it back!
Robbed citizen.
I don't want to die.
You think that's what I want?
Oh, purple. Never seen that one before. Seen red. Seen it go up to level 2 with...
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold. Make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
What in the...
I said they're gonna get turned into ether soup. No one wants to be turned into ether soup. That's like... That's just mana. It's gonna turn to Final Fantasy VII all over again and be like, yes, meteor. I've been banished to the Shadow Realm.
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory. Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty.
Yes, the embodiment of
To that end,
death itself.
I set strict parameters for a concept of my own design. It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
Alright, let's see it. Let's see how ugly this thing is. It's just a mirror. Bang it. Oh, no. Oh. Why are we back here?
What is that?
It's a photo of your mom. Ah, so this is where Necros is at. Ladies and gentlemen, the final boss of Final Fantasy IX. The embodiment of death itself.
A primal summoning, and one defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques? Keep these close.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
And yes, we will fight it. I really want to see what he's up.
You still mean to stand against me?
Yeah, you're just a Reddit artist Look at him. He's got his pen and stuff. He's like, I'm just an online neat. That's a Reddit artist. He's like, he brought his OC into being, and he's like, how you like them apples? I think the Ageless Necropolis is now accessible. During this quest and when doing the duty support, you have the opportunity to take this trial with NPCs. Nope. Not doing NPCs. It will take forever. I'm good. But 725. Alright. Maybe. I could do a dancer. I feel like. No, I feel like Sage is fine. Oh, I already have it set up. Skill speed direct. No, that's not what I need. It honestly shouldn't even take that long because, I mean, I am a healer. I just gotta remember to use everything in order. First trials need tanks. Oh, I thought it said average time 1 minute instead of 5. Party finder. But yeah, no one's forming party for this right now. Come on, game. Because I'm like, I know if I do it with other peeps, like, we're gonna mess up, but I know if we do it with the bots, we'll be okay. Unfortunately, my tanks aren't geared up. I definitely don't have enough money to gear up my tanks. Even though I just need one of every armor piece, I still need 3 additional weapons. Or 3 weapons. It's not worth it. I can always leave and come back. There's guys. Let's... I just want to see if I have enough gil. Because if I don't have enough gil, then I'm not going to try and buy tank armor. Here's what we'll do. We'll withdraw for right now. We'll go buy some better armor. And then we'll go from there. No, not for Sage. We need Gunbreaker. Yeah, I'm like, we definitely won't have enough. Oh yeah, I would definitely will be able to get do I have any more money? A very small amount. I'm taking out all my gil. Jeez. I will take 727. Because I'm pretty sure it's 725. Yeah, it's 725. I just barely make requirement. There's 3 minutes. Let's see if it's actually the case. Here's the mender. The average wait time 13. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, no one's gonna be on right now. I think I'm gonna actually end it here because I'm definitely not gonna be waiting 13 minutes. So, anyways, what I am going to do is we're quickly going to go to the chatting section. If you like the content, please leave a like, subscribe, do something for free. Even comment, I'll take that. Anyways, I'm gonna play some music. I will see you guys on Saturday for playing. I think it's more Claire Obscura, or I think it's more Expedition 33. So we're gonna run that back, and yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna play some music, and we're out of here. Peace.